Oh, oh my gosh. Whew. What's going on, Bobby-licious boys and girls? Welcome back to Bobby-licious Gaming. Today, I just got back from Comic-Con, and I wanted to share a little bit about my experience there with you guys and some of the things that I bought, because it's cool and, I want to show it off, whatever. While I was gone, I noticed that the Koromon video was blowing up, and I was like, okay, that's cool. So we'll probably be playing more of that here very soon, but I wanted to just take this quick moment to kind of recap some of the things that I had experienced at Comic-Con, because it was pretty cool. And we got a few new subscribers, so welcome. Happy to have you. And speaking of subscribers, I wanted to take a brief moment just to do a quick little tangent before we get into Comic-Con stuff. This channel has almost been around for 3 years, I realized the other day. August 11th, 2019 was the first video I ever uploaded from Cooking Simulator, or just anything in general. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that has supported me from the very beginning, and those that have come along the way at whatever point you did and that you've stuck around. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate everything you do. Everybody always leaves just such nice comments and has such nice things to say, and it's so much appreciated and helps keep me motivated to continue to do the things that I'm doing. I know I've dropped off the face of the earth a couple of times here and there due to some various things, but I appreciate you for sticking around and still watching and hopefully enjoying everything that you're seeing. So I was looking at the numbers, and as of the time that we're filming this, we're at 275 subscribers, and I was like, oh, how cool would it be within 3 years to be at 300 subscribers? I don't know. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, maybe go ahead and do that. Maybe tell somebody about it that doesn't know. I don't know. Whatever. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Anyway, here's to 3 more years, I guess, or here's to continuing on from here, because I have no intention of stopping. So I appreciate you guys. With that said, let's get into some Comic-Con stuff. I first came in with those books in my hand. I'll talk a little bit about comics, because hey, comics are Comic-Cons for comics, technically. I got a few. Some of them my buddy that I went with got them for me, so I'm not as familiar with comics. I recently started to get into them, and I kind of have a stack of ones that I haven't read yet. So you may see these and be like, oh, that's a great one. Hey, leave a comment on one that you really like or something that you think I should read first. He got me one called American Vampire. He said it was good, so I said okay. He got me one called Pride. He said I would like it, so I was like, okay. I think he explained all the premises, but I forget them as they are now. There's one called Stardust, and it's by Neil Gaiman, who I love his work, both his written and comic work, so from what I've seen in my limited experience, so cool, I'm excited for that. Pax Romana, again, don't know, but cool, excited, ready to roll. I did get the first volume of The Boys, because that's popular. I've watched the first 2 seasons of the show, haven't watched the 3rd one yet, but I got the first volume here, so we'll see how it correlates to the show, and if I enjoyed one over the other, we'll see. Leave a like of anything that you do like, or if you have any recommendations for me. I have a few others that I have read or have been reading recently that I've enjoyed and not so much enjoyed along the way, so if you have something that you're interested in or think I should read, let me know. I bought the comics, but the first big purchase that I made that I was like, I have to have these, is there was a guy that was selling resin cast masks from Majora's Mask. It's got elastic thingies and little pads so you can wear it as an actual mask. Let's try it out. I haven't even tried it on. It smells heavily of resin. I might die. Yeah, okay. I mean, I can see it kind of feels a little weird. I don't even know how this looks or if I'm creepy or whatever. Kind of cute, hard to breathe. I can kind of see through these eye slits here, but it is what it is. And so you're thinking like, well, why'd you just get the Deku mask? Well, you'd be wrong, friendo. The Goron and the Zora mask. There you go. I had to get all 3. Pretty well made, and I was pretty excited. I haven't tried these on, so let's give them a look-see. Let's see how they feel. There you go. It's sliding down my face. It's very good. I look like a Goron. These will 100% be going on my wall. I will not be going out on Halloween as a Zora or a Goron by any means. There you go. I don't know. This is squishing my face because it's kind of flat. But it's a fish person, whatever. So, really cool. Not something I really want to wear, but you can. And I'm gonna hang them on my wall. So with all the space of all the knickknacks that I have and posters and stuff, I'm gonna to do that. I'm probably gonna do some rearranging with all this new stuff I bought. While I was wearing this hat, the hat was one of the things I bought. This was actually bought the last day on Sunday. You may or may not have noticed I have an insane amount of hats, so I'm always on the lookout for something new, something to buy. And this one was actually fit perfectly, and I was really excited. It's got the little Breath of the Wild logo here, and it's got the like the wooden shield or the traveler shield or whatever it is that you get really early on, and I always liked that design, so I was like, yeah, whatever. They had a really cool Animal Crossing one that had the little leaf on it, and then it had a bunch of the villagers that can live in your town on the front of it, and then it was a lighter shade of green, and I was like, can I look at that one? They're like, it's a youth, and I was like, fine. I also got some shirts. I'm wearing this one here. I don't need my badge. That was part of the gag. I got this shirt, if you are familiar. I guess I'll stand up. It's from Samurai Champloo. It's got the boys on there, and it's one of my favorite animes, so I was pretty excited to see that. It's got that like new wave synth retro whatever that style to it, so that's pretty cool. So I saw this one, and it was called Dream Eater, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. That poor little Cubone's about to get destroyed by that Haunter, and that was pretty alright. I prefer Haunter of the three, so you know, that was an insta buy. And the deal was buy 3, you save $10, and you get a free poster. So we'll show all 3, and then I'll show the free poster I got. And the third one I saw that I was into was this guy, General Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist. It's his Father of the Year. He's showing off his daughter, and at the bottom it says, but not the whole year. If you know, you know. Yeah. This is the poster that actually came with it. It's got the 3 starters. They're more of like a realistic looking style, and I was like, oh, that's pretty darn okay right there, and I think this would be a good fit on my wall. I realize I don't have a Pokemon poster, I don't think. They're not here, but I have ordered some things. Editing Bobby, if you'll post up some pictures here now. So the first thing I saw was these, in the Bandai Namco section, they had some statues. They had some Pac-Man stuff, but then they also had these 3 things that I was really interested in. They had this statue on the left of Randy the Witch from Elden Ring. That's TBD. It's coming out soon, they said. They've got that statue of Melania who's the final boss in Elden Ring, or one of the final bosses. I haven't beat the whole game. I know she's towards the end game and she's like really hard. They also had a life-size statue of her at some other booth further on, so Bobby post a picture of that if you have it, and that was really, really cool to see. And then at the bottom of that first picture, there is a statue of the bonfire from Dark Souls, and that was a 2019 exclusive item at, I think it was San Diego Comic-Con, it said when I looked it up online, and then they brought it back again this year, or maybe it's been around since, I don't know, but I was like, well, I'm gonna have to buy that. So I bought that, so that's on order. I will be getting that soon. This statue was probably the most impressive thing I saw the entire time, and the price matched it, that is for sure. For those of you that have watched my Dark Souls 3 playthrough, the last boss that I fought was Pontiff Sulyvahn, and this was a statue of him as he's in his 2 separate forms near the end, and I was like, oh dang, that's really cool. It was probably about 2.5, 3 feet tall, all told, between everything. This picture honestly doesn't do it justice. That's almost worth the $1,800 price tag that they put on it, and I was like, if I were a rich man. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, if I haven't talked about that already. You're gonna get to see it right now. Darth Vader's in various settings, such as the one from Obi-Wan Kenobi show right there from the final battle. You've got the Mandalorians. There's Paz Vizsla from the Book of Boba Fett when Mando fought him. Some of the other Mandalorians that were there. Mando's new ship. I'm just gonna throw out there, I love Japanese samurai type stuff, and I don't know why I have such an obsession with it. It's really enjoyable to me. They have a series of Star Wars toys that are done up as like Japanese samurai and things like that. And this one was an actual daimyo Boba Fett diorama with him in a Gamorrean guard, and he's sitting on the throne. And I've been wanting to pull the trigger on getting some of the older toys because they have Darth Vader, Stormtroopers, Boba Fett, the Mando, Darth Maul as like an Oni, and like there's just so much cool stuff. And I was like, maybe someday. And then I saw this one, I was like, all right, I'm getting into these. Like that's just that. So it's coming out in 2023, so I'm gonna keep an eye out and we'll see where we go from there. For the anime fans, there's so much anime stuff, new stuff that was coming. There's a new Dragon Ball Z movie that's coming and things like that. I got this picture of Piccolo with this man to the left. This was the best picture I could get. It was finally when the man realized, oh, he's trying to take this picture of Piccolo. I should probably get out of the way after I had taken 3 or 4 pictures, but by that time the line was already pushing me. The big thing that Nintendo had was Lego stuff, for sure. Pretty much their whole Nintendo booth was just Legos, this giant Lego Bowser that I'm posting here now. It was really cool. You could get in front of it and like pretend like you were running away and they'd take a picture. I did not want to wait in line for such a thing. I got a picture of the giant Lego Bowser. It was cool, and that was enough for me. This is a Lego Darth Vader at the beach. I thought that was really cute and made me laugh. I had to grab a picture of that. And then the other big one that I saw that was Star Wars related was this. Now they're doing a full-size AT-AT one, and I was like, I love me an AT-AT. You know that, Lego, come on. And then you may have noticed when I came rushing in that I have a big bag down here. Lego. You're like, what did you get, Ron? What did you get? I got this question mark box Legos, or question mark block Lego set from Mario 64, and you're like, that's cool. Yeah, it's a Lego question mark block. That's really cool. No, it's not as cool as you think it is. I mean, it is cooler than you think it is. It's whatever. Inside, you see this little flappy thing? There are little dioramas of Princess Peach's castle, Bob-omb Battlefield, Cool Mountain, and Lethal Lava Land, all built into it that apparently kind of just fold out of the block. So I'm super excited for this. I saw it early on in the show. I was looking on Lego.com to see how many pieces it was, and it was like, it said in big orange letters, very hard to find. And, you know, obviously it could be a gimmick as a company that they're doing that to say that, but, you know, they got me. I'm a sucker, and I was like, well, very hard to find. Well, I would regret if I didn't buy it, and then it ends up jumping up to like $400, and I didn't buy it. So that was really cool, and I'm very excited to build that. I'll report back, and it'll go very well with my, if you haven't noticed, my little NES Lego set and little TV. That's very cute, and so we'll find a place for that somewhere, I guess. So I'm excited for that. I love Monster Hunter. They made a Puke statue. It was really, really well detailed and really well done. And they almost got me with the, like, we only have 150 available. I was like, well, that might have to be something that I have to make an investment in. And I did not end up pulling the trigger on that, but I did end up pulling the trigger on these 2 other statues that I will show now. I got this one of Zinogre, who is also one of my favorite monsters from the game. The Zinogre one that I got here is really, really cool. He's going to be here very soon. And then later this year, they're doing a re-release of a previous Tigrex one that I am posting now, that I've also pre-ordered and is coming in. So, you know, you'll see them adorning the shelves. I saw this statue of 2 of the cursed items from Dungeons & Dragons, straight out of the Dungeon Master's Guide in 5th edition. The Hand and Eye of Vecna. They are very cursed and very evil and very cool. So I was seeing this little statue of that was pretty cool. One of the cool things that happened was my buddy Jared found out that they were having a tavern pop-up for Dungeons & Dragons in honor of the movie, so we were able to score some reservations to get there. That's cool. Yeah, Eric Cocker. That's how I've always said it. The holder. Ooh. There's a dragon attacking the tavern. Uh-oh. Trash dragon.
Bye.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything I purchased. That's pretty much everything I kind of saw and experienced that was of interest to me. There was so much more, and I'm sure that there were so many things that other people would be very, very interested in to have seen and experienced. And there's so many things that I know I saw that I was like, that's really cool and interesting, that like I didn't necessarily take pictures of, and I wish I had taken more. The crowds were not impossible as I had heard that they were likely going to be. They only let about half as many people as they normally do. Why is your tail all wet? But mostly it was just people kind of being there and experiencing it, which is totally fine, and that's what it was for me. It was my first time to see everything. So we had a couple really cool experiences. Like, it was just a matter of like walking by and like randomly experiencing something. We were out walking around at night while half of our group was out walking around at night while waiting for some friends to finish up something else that they were doing. And we were talking about just some stuff. We were actually randomly talking about the movie What We Do in the Shadows, and they hadn't seen it, and I was talking about how it's a very funny movie. I quite enjoy it. I recommend it if you haven't seen it, but I haven't seen the show at all. So we were just kind of chit-chatting about that. And as we're walking by, this guy just randomly walks up to us and he's like, hey, you want to come inside here and watch the premiere for the new season of What We Do in the Shadows that's coming out in like a month, and some new animated show that's coming to FX as well too, that like nobody has heard anything about or knows anything about. And we were like, yeah, all right. So we just got let into this place and we watched the show. The animated one was, I won't describe it too much. It's called Little Demon, and it was pretty raunchy. It was a little much, and it was the type of thing where I was kind of like, well, I'm stuck into this. I guess I gotta watch the rest of it, and I was not pleased that I was able to. But we weren't even able to have like our phones out or anything, and I actually got in trouble for texting our friends and be like, hey, we're in a thing. Like, if you guys finish up, we're stuck. So we watched that, and What We Do in the Shadows. I haven't seen the show, like I said, but the episode was actually pretty funny for the new season. But it was just cool to be able to have been like, oh, that just happened, and we just went in. There's just so much that was there to experience. Every time I walked down a new aisle, there was something new that I was like, oh, I thought I'd been down this way, but I haven't. I haven't seen this aisle, or I haven't seen this booth, or I haven't stopped here yet to look at some of these things. I was seeing still brand new stuff up to Sunday, and we were there from Wednesday to Sunday, all of those days, to be able to see things. So it was really, really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching and for your patience while I was gone for a few days. More Koromon to come. Me and the girls are probably going to be playing Stray someday this week. I know we already kind of missed the mark to jump the gun on people playing that, but if you're interested and want to see us play it and have some fun, you know it'll be a good time watching us do. So if there's something else you're interested in, let me know. I appreciate you guys immensely. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.